after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Carolina Panthers and the Indianapolis Colts. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Colts pick it up. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Well, how's that for an early storyline? Some people are asking the ushers where their seat is. And boom, we've got a score on the board. A fumble return on the opening kickoff.
And this is where all the tailgating groups are looking at each other saying, maybe we need to get to the stadium just a little bit earlier next time.
Man, those bratwursts, they're good, Charles, and good. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Here we go.
On first down, Thomas. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Here's Thomas. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. On the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Well, this defense for the Colts, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away, and that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. Rodgers on the return. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. first down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The Colts at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some
It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Indy. 54 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Caught right side, Davis. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Fourth down, Corral looking to throw it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. So a pretty nice throw right there from the rookie. And this, of course, is game number 2 of his NFL career. His guys did not get the win, Charles, in the opener. But what did you see from him last week?
Well, I think all things considered, he played pretty well, and I don't think I'd pin the loss on him. But there's no question, this is a learning process, and that was step 1, and he's hoping on the road to glory.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. McCaffrey on the counter, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try to pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Brian And Burns flying in there and dropping him for the sack.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Got an open man. That's Campbell. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Again, it's Taylor.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On 2nd down, McCaffrey looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3-and-out.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away.
And here's Rodgers on the return.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Now they'll give it to the first option. That's their fullback.
Yeah, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, there was a trust factor in that call, turning and handing it to the big man in the backfield, trying to pick up the first down. But how about the defense? They were ready for him, and they were able to stop him.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. Pulled in at the 24. Runs over him. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Off play action. Thomas. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Thomas. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He rifles one that's intercepted.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far. While you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. On 2nd and 7, Corral. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here's Corral on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They run once more with Taylor. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They'll run here with Taylor, and he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
On 2nd and goal, Corral got a man. It's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. A great play there. His
his second touchdown on the season.
And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Thomas now from the gun on third down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Rodgers to return it. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
On the play fake, Corral. And connecting here with Pittman on the out route.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
Corral sets up play action.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
He'll decide to keep this once more.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right.
Corral under pressure, and down he goes. Brian Burns able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
Fielded at the 43. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Thomas. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Thomas. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 29-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. Down to about the 22 here. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Thomas escaping the pressure right. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Hubbard.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Colts are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Look at this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6. touchdown.
Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. Their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Corral going to sneak it.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Corral going to throw it this time. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. Corral on 2nd down.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
74 yards rushing here for Taylor. He's got a 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And able to work his way down to the 16. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body length.
Touchdown!
Jonathan Taylor.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Colts are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Let's go. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late,
They're going to take possession of the football. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a
and sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness.
because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the...
And oh, it'll be intercepted. And he's into the clear. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So a turnover there on the... And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Running straight ahead, Taylor. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Colts on third, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. On third down, Corral. Throwing over, and it's Taylor on the out route. On first down, it's Corral. Pass out left, caught by Woods. Now a whistle and a timeout defensively. Trying to stop it, and they do with 2 seconds to go prior to the 2-minute warning. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. On second down, it's Taylor. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the...
Down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Indianapolis, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week, Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be at home next week for a